Welcome back to a new video. So if you saw the last video, you saw that I did quite a bit of work. So in this session, it was a bit tired and just felt motivated to train, but I could just kind of tell when I was moving, I was just like, there's not a lot here. So I started out with some muscle snatches and I was still able to actually get up to 90, which I did for a very slow double. So not the best, I suppose, but I was able to grind it out, and I think it's a PR double for the muscle snatch. I know I failed it before, but you know, you can be the judge if it was fast enough. I'd say I could have done it with a lot shorter in between, more of a cluster, but based on how I was feeling this day, I'm certainly happy to be able to grind out a second rep with this. Once I did that double, then I knew there wasn't much more in the tank. So you see the second rep here, definitely a grind, but it's good for the shoulders, I suppose. Then decided to do some power snatches again after that. Was trying out the new straps I have. It's hard to tell that they're on because they're tan, but they are from Gabrielson Crane. I bought some stuff from him. The straps are quite nice in like how they're made, and if you like them sewn together, definitely like the nicest sewn together ones that I had. And they're a bit wider in width, which is nice. But I prefer the Iron Mind ones that aren't connected, just from preference. But these feel nice, and I think if people like sewn together straps, they're definitely ideal. You see there, I was just too slow to do 100 on this day. Did some pulls after that. I actually doubled 90 in the power snatch, which is nice, but I've done more, but it was good for this particular day. I also got some of the power pants and stuff. I think I mentioned this in another video, but I haven't tried the power pants for training because they're actually getting here today because they weren't sent with the order. I bought the shirt and then, I bought power training pants. There's two different versions. There's like power training pants, like I think they're more similar to what I have on like in this video, and then there's one that are more just like you wear out in public. And I got the ones you wear out in public already, and they're extremely comfortable, so it's kind of nice to have those. The other ones I think get here today, but I don't know if they'll actually get here today. I don't know when they will, but they should be here sometime this week. But so there, did some pulls, some high pulls from a deficit, and I know precisely what the deficit depth is the 3/4 of an inch, because that is the height of the mats. So I do have those, and those felt decent. I mean, I wasn't feeling great, so it's kind of nice just to get some lighter pulls in. And then you see here just doing some arms. It's kind of one of the things you do on days where you feel bad are exercises that are just less neurologically stimulating to do, like curls and tricep extensions and stuff like that, and even like light pulls, like stuff that is still productive. Like doing arms for me is definitely going to be productive just to get more upper body mass and just stronger in the upper body, but it's not going to, it's not difficult to do. I'm not, having to get hyped up before I do this set. Like you see here, I have my glasses on. Like I'm clearly just getting some pump in, and this is nice to do. I mean, it's a nice little accessory to have, especially like having a day where I do the SOTs and different things, just lighter work that's a little bit easier. Now the SOTs, or the behind the neck snatch press, is more of a mobility thing than a strength thing. At least that's what it feels like, more like a stretch than a pump, but you still get good work into this. This is just very simple. Like curls and tricep extensions are just super easy to do from multiple standpoints. I mean, the weight's light. It's also just I don't have to be in a full squat to do it, and I'm just getting some work in. My triceps it's one of the things that's hard to measure when I do a curl and then a tricep extension. I always think that, wow, my triceps are so much stronger than my biceps, but I think doing them above, like how I'm doing above my head, certainly puts them at more of a mechanical advantage than the curls. The curls, the main mover is just the biceps when you're going how I'm here, but above, I feel like you get a lot more recruitment in other muscles surrounding the shoulder or surrounding the triceps, and that allows it to feel a lot easier just because you're using more muscles. I don't know, I guess I could try to really isolate it a lot more, but you're just trying to get a pump in, so I'm not really here worried about my technical development and accessory movements. Looking around my room, of course there's a fly in here. I don't know how they get into the house, but they certainly aren't as bad this year as they were last year. I felt like last year around this time there was about 14,000 flies that somehow snuck into the house and harassed me. I wouldn't notice them if they didn't fly into my bedroom or whatever room I happen to be in the house, but they always love to fly exactly where I'm at. I don't really know what that is. I don't know if they smell people, or if they're attracted to being around people for the fact that they maybe have food or something, or there just smells like I have a candle blowing or something. I don't know. I'm not a fly expert. All I know is I want to kill that fly because it is annoying. But this session was pretty simple and pretty easy. I know I missed the 100 kilogram power snatch, but that was more of a stretch of like, I don't know if I can actually do this today. I wasn't really that confident in it, but when I started to pull on it, I was like, oh, I am way too slow today. So I don't even think I really committed to it, but got some productive work in. As you saw, I was able to do a heavy muscle snatch and do a heavy cluster double thing and just get other general productive work in. And I think it's important on days like this that you don't try to push too hard, because you know there's, or at least I know for me, there's not going to be a lot of top end stuff that I'm going to be able to do. So it's more important just to get other work in that's productive. And it's kind of nice, you know, I got some arms in, I got some muscle snatches in, I got stuff in that's going to be generally productive to do. And then on a different day, if I do a bunch of heavy stuff, I don't have to worry about like, oh, I got to get this accessory work in. Well, I did it on the days where, you know, I didn't feel great. And I think that's one of the big benefits of training very frequently, is that you can do accessory work more often, but you can have days where you feel terrible and you can kind of, I guess, take advantage of it and do other work that you wouldn't want to do on a day where you're already tired from doing, you know, heavy lifts. So it's nice, big benefit of having the home gym for sure. I can have a session like this and not be annoyed that I drove. Like if I went to the gym this day and had a session like this, I'd be very annoyed because I, you know, drove an hour in total. Going there and doing a session like this. But when you walk 10 feet out to your backyard, certainly does not feel bad to have, I don't want to say it's unproductive, but just to have an easier session like this. But anywho, that's it for this video. I'll talk to you on the next one. Have a great day. Peace.